I guess let's do this thing. Shall we? Shall we commence? That was very nice dropping, Cathedora. Very nice. What's up? Okay, you're gonna have to help me pronounce your name, because I can say your Discord name. Is it Lao Geo? Or what's a what? Thank you for stopping in. It's good to meet another cello friend. I appreciate you joining the Discord and saying hi. I'm gonna do what I think I'm gonna do here. I was warming up a little bit. My plain old warm up, which is this. It's kind of it's like an everything sort of warm up, but my teacher swears by it. He says it's the best. He says it's the best exercise ever. So we're gonna do that. What's up, Nivex? We're gonna do that. We're gonna finish that. I did the first 2 strings. We're gonna do the other 2 strings, and I'm working on weight transfer and getting my wrists moving. And I probably do this too fast, and so that's a thing. Lao. Okay, cool. Otherwise, I kind of collect different pronunciations of this username. A lot of people find creative ways to say it. Cool. I can do Lao. So anyway, let's do this. String. Lau says, you have amazing timing. I was just wrapping up a discussion with someone about phrasing and interpreting the prelude to Bach's Second Suite. Nice. I discovered some things about the harmonic structure of that piece. Bach has so many darn layers to his work. That's really cool. And I'm glad I have convenient timing for you. So I think on this exercise, I couldn't even, I've done this. I usually don't do this one on stream. But I have done it on stream, and usually I do this off camera. And for a while, when I started adding vibrato in, I like couldn't even do it. And now I'm able to transfer. What I'm trying to do is to have good weight transfer between the fingers, and like I stopped doing it for a while and was focusing on other vibrato exercises because I knew I wasn't doing it right, and I felt like it was doing more harm than good. And so now I've incorporated it back in, though I don't do it every day. It kind of depends on what other vibrato exercises I'm doing. But now that I'm a bit more loosened up in things, I feel like I'm getting benefit out of it again, so now I'm doing it again. That's enough of that one. So that's what I do a lot. Like a lot. Oh, I forgot to start my timer again. We're going to add 5 more minutes to that. I'm using an app called Mujo to track my practice. So that's what I'm doing down here. Okay. Excellent. All right, let's do that. And then we're going to do some Feuillard. I have been doing, so there's like 36 sections in this thing here. And I've been doing 1 through 6. I'm working my way up to 7 and then 8. I do 8. I've done 8 a lot on stream. And then I added 36 a couple weeks ago, which is chord, where it's chords basically. Lau says, this exercise seems really good for working on left hand weight transfer and continuous vibrato, actually. Yeah. My teacher thinks it's just like really good for everything. And then like also with the bow, having a nice continuous, it's supposed to be played loud. I probably should try and play it louder. But I think on the bow hand side of things too, just keeping a nice, even, slow, even bow stroke is kind of another benefit of that exercise. One thing that I need to work on is my up bows need to be more similar to my down bows. They're not right now. So I'm heavier on the down bow than on the up bow. So that's a thing that I need to work on evening out. Lau says, every pair of fingers, both directions with extensions. Yep. Uber Cruiser, what's up? Uber Cruiser says, I love hate how monotonous these exercises sound because you start honing into really small details as you get better. Yeah. Just getting the vibrato to sound smooth, connected, continuous as you change fingers. Yep. Yep. It's, and like I've been spending, because I've been doing adding more Feuillard exercise. I don't know how to say his name. I never took French. I don't, well, I mean, I took like a couple months of French, but that doesn't count. So anyway, my pronunciation is terrible. Just, you know, we'll all live with that. But there's a lot of exercises. There's a lot of exercises. Did I make a thing? I did. I made a button. So that's the collection of exercises if you want to take a look. So the trill one, let's do this one. Let's do this in 4th position. So yeah, so Lau and Uber Cruiser are both cellists. Yes. Cello friends in the chat. Friends of cello friends in the chat as well. Wait a minute. What's up, Scar? Nice to see you. Welcome back. What did I do? Okay. Move on to number 2. I think we did, what did we do last week? All right, chat, this is your opportunity to pick a number. Pick a number, an integer, please. An integer between 10 and 21. And I will do that exercise. An integer between 10 and 21. Alpha says 12, so we'll do 12 and we'll do 17. Thank you, Alpha. Hope you're having a good weekend. All right, so I think 12 is in 3 and 17 is in 4. So we will do that. And then what tempo do I do? This one I'll probably do for in 3. When we're in 4, we'll do something else. Oops. Okay, that's enough of that one. Scar will change mine to 12. Okay, so let's do, let me write this down. That was 12. 12 at 108. And then oops. Let's try 100 for this one in 4. Which one did we say? 17? We said 17. So what is this one? Wait, hang on. That one. That's what that one is. That's right. Oops. Take that. That feels like I'm pushing it. I don't want to. Let's do 92. Okay. That's enough of that one. So that was 17 at 92. Hello? Okay, so now those were so the first one was trills, the last one was finger twisters, number 2, number 3. These are these are shifting and intonation, and my teacher said don't go too fast. I have a tendency to want to do things too fast, and that's not great. So that's one thing the metronome helps with. Okay. For this one, I'm not going to have you pick a number because I'm still like learning a bunch of these. Let's try 66. Yeah, that one. That one. Okay, so it's a little slow to do a whole bow. So I'm going to do, I think, 2 sets. It's supposed to be a slur the whole way, but I'm doing this pretty slow. Okay, let's do the next one. So let's go on to 7. This is an extension one as well. I'll turn this off a second. That's a shift there. Turn on a drone for that shift, for that D sharp. Okay, that's better. Let's see if I can do it with a metronome. Oops. Let's do it again. One more. Okay, so now let's do the next one. Is this a, and this is not extended? No. that down a little bit. This down, and we did 5 through 8. Oops, 5 through 8 at 66. 66. To that last one at 63. Okay, now we got number 4. Which ones of these were we doing? 5 through 8 again. What was I even using the metronome? No. Okay, so this one, let's just do it without the metronome and then we'll see. Okay, so 5, this is an extension. You're an These are in 4. 3 is in 3 and 4 is in 4. So then 6. It's an E flat. Let's do this. I'm sorry, this probably sounds terrible, but it helps me. Wait, that's a 2. This is extended. Hymn of the Faith? I don't know that one. Turn this off because I think I got it. I don't think I need that. So this one is a shift from half position into second position. Or third position. The first 6 notes of that is identical to Hymn of the Faith from Final Fantasy X. Oh, I do have Final Fantasy X. I did start playing it. I have decided that turn-by-turn role-playing games are just not for me. I played a lot of Dragon Warrior back when I was a kid. And I tried playing Final Fantasy X, which is the first Final Fantasy I've ever played. And I just, lots of good things about that game, but like the actual mechanics was just, I'm so impatient. And the turn-based battle was just like, oh my gosh, it was excruciating. So that's not necessarily a critique on the game. It's just like, that's just a thing. That's just a thing. Okay, so 8. Wait, did we do 7? No, we didn't do 7. And then we got E flat again. So I will turn that back on. E flat. So now this next one, we'll just do, to 8 here. So this is extended. And then we go to F. We get an F. That's enough of that one. There's a lot. So that was 4. Now we got to do, let's see. And my teacher said I only need to do like one of these. Every day I just did 4 little exercises. They're all a measure long. But I am trying to learn, like this, I've only been doing these for a very short time, so I want to get them down a little bit better. So I'm doing a few more in service of like being able to kind of rip through them faster later. Okay, so 5 is in 5. It is in 5/4 time. Isn't that fun? And this is 1st to 4th position shifts. And by the way, put that back in chat in case anybody missed it earlier. That's the sheet music for what I'm doing here. Okay, so what have I been doing with 5? See, as long as you're not injuring yourself or practicing bad habits in your technique, no harm in more exercises. Yeah, it's just a matter of like time management, right? Because I'm not a professional. I work a day job. I got only so many hours in the day, and frankly, only so many brain cells in a day. So it kind of just comes out to like, what do I have time for? But I've kind of been prioritizing these exercises over repertoire right now, just so that I can, because I feel like this is how you get good. Like obviously you get good by doing, challenging yourself on repertoire too. But these, I feel like these are fundamentals, right? So it's good. So I'm taking some time to focus on fundamentals is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so this one. Okay, and this is in tenor clef, or at least the first two lines are in tenor clef, and I'm doing the second line. So I want an F sharp, because that's where I shift to. I kind of feel like using a drone is cheating, but it does help. It does help with figuring out where to shift to. That's where I got to shift to. Let me do these 2 notes per bow. Yeah, it's still a little too slow. I mean, I could probably manage my bow better, but okay, so that's 5. 6 is three. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Oh, it just ends there. Okay, that's 6. 7, we're shifting up to G sharp. So let's do a G sharp. It's this extended position. So this is all extended. Shifting back down is suspicious. next one. Let's do one more here. Is that what we want? Oops. We're shifting up to an E. So this one is this one is on a different string. Hang on. Wait, we're in tenor clef. No, it's not on a different string. My brain went into bass clef, and we're not in bass clef. We're in tenor clef, so everything's shifted over a string. You know what? I'll do that offline. We'll leave that one for another day. There are so many exercises for number 5. There are 63 exercises in this section. 63. So fun times, because it goes from regular first position to 4th position, but then you got extensions in there, and then you go from upper 2nd position to 4th position, 2nd and 4th, and then you do 3rd and 4th. So that's a thing. I'm gonna skip number 6. I don't want to do this one. We've already done 35 minutes of these. So let's skip ahead to 8. 8 that we know and love. But I've been doing a different variation. So I've been doing this in C. So let me do the regular version in C major, and I'm supposed to go all the way around the circle of fifths. But we'll do the regular one in C major, and then we'll do the number 1 in C major, like the bass exercise, and then we'll do 2 in C major. So let's get a C, because this is an intonation exercise. So that's the regular one. So the other variations are like different order of the notes, but it's the same idea. Oh, that's a. Let me write that 3 in. I tend to want to do a 4 there, and that should be a 3. Where are you? Oh, not that color, though. Not that color. 3. This is the biggest stretch on the cello. That should be a 4. I want to go back and forth between this to practice this shift, but I got myself lost. Let me do this one again. What's up, Carrie Ann Music and friends? We're doing some technical cello exercises. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Tripwire. I'm learning to play cello. Let me take a break here. Let me turn this off. And we'll do a shout out. Emmett, yes, it is a carbon fiber cello. It is. Oh, there's Cathedora. Thank you very much for that shout out. So this is a Mezzo Forte design line carbon fiber cello. So it's the only thing on this thing that is wood is the bridge. So that's fun. It means it doesn't go out of tune, and I don't have to worry about humidity so much. So okay, so we're done with that exercise. Let's do that. And what did I say we were gonna? Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do an etude. We're going to do an etude. So let's do that. Let me put this away for the moment. I just am like switching to digital sheet music. So now like half of my stuff is digital and half of it isn't. So yeah. So the thing that I really like about this cello is that, and you can do this on a wood cello too, but it's got geared pegs. So these pegs, like if you're familiar with tuning, a guitar, you just turn the things and they don't slip. But like when you're tuning a violin or a cello, they're friction-based pegs. So you have to like push them in and turn them and then you have to like kind of pull them out. It's a whole thing. I don't have to do that with these because I can just turn them and they stay. And it's just the best thing ever. Honestly, the best thing ever. Let's see. Carrie Ann says, "Oh, I remember the big paper to digital switch over a big job. I still haven't transferred everything." Yeah, and I've only been playing cello for 4.5 years, so it's not like a huge thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with like my etudes and stuff. Here, let's do this. Because we don't need both pages. It's a whole thing, and I got to figure out about backing up the digital stuff. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to have printouts, like when I'm done working on a piece, I'll probably, for the fingerings and the bowings and stuff, I will probably write them down on physical paper so that they're not, the only place that they are is not digital. Because I work in technology, so I expect things will break. And that data will be eaten. You should just, by the way, public service announcement, everyone, just assume that your hard drives are going to fail, because they do, and just assume your technology is going to fail colossally at some point. So make sure you've got your stuff backed up. What's up, Jove? Yeah, your paper won't run out of batteries on stage. Yep, that is true as well. Very true. Okay, so this etude. Oh, and your stuff isn't backed up unless you have it backed up to multiple places. So like you want a local backup for fast recovery, and then you want a near offsite backup. So like if your house burns down or something, you can go like across town and get your backup that way. And far off site, if there's an asteroid or a meteor supposed to hit us. So if that asteroid or meteor in like 2032 or whatever, if that asteroid or meteor hits your town, and your local and your near off site backups get destroyed, well, then you've still got your far off site backups. Yes. Anyway. So this etude, I asked my teacher, I was like, hey, I want to start working on like double stops and chords. So that's what we're doing here. I've been working on this for a while, so it should sound kind of musical. Is Apple, well, iCloud's not really backup. I could get into a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, that's better than nothing, but the promise that sync is different from backup, and I think iCloud is more of a file sync. File sync is saying, I'm going to put my files over there so that I can get to them from everywhere. But backup is saying, I'm going to put my stuff over there for safekeeping in case something happens over here. So the difference being, you want to make sure, like with sync, it's an availability promise, different for access. And I don't know if I have to look into like exactly what iCloud backups are specifically, but I would have another system. Single point, you just don't want a single point of failure. But like with sync solutions, like if I delete something like on this iPad, then it goes away on, wherever I've synced it to, because that's what you told it to do. But it's muddy, right? Like in the world of technology, it's very muddy these days, where providers do multiple things and then it's all confusing. shift there, and I'm thinking that I want to shift. So let's work on that for a few times. That intonation, it's getting a lot better, but it's still could use some work. Thanks for the follow, Emmett, and for everybody else too. Appreciate that. See, Lau is another cellist and says to Carrie Ann, look up the 3-2-1 rule. Yep. If using iCloud as backup, periodic backup jobs, not real-time synchronization, then it's one offsite backup of your files. Emmett says, I was looking at a NAS drive for easy access to my music files and videos to have easy access. Yeah. A NAS is handy to have. I don't exactly have a NAS. I have a Mac Mini hooked up to my TV, so that's where I do like all my Twitch watching. But it acts as my like media server. So like all my music is on there, my big external hard drive is on there, stuff like that. So it acts. It's not technically a NAS, but it acts this similarly. Let's see what section we're working on. Intonation here. That's what it should be. This is a really big stretch, as you can see. This is a extended position. And then it's kind of hard to get that second finger in tune. And I'm shifting here. Ugh. It's this one. It's my fourth finger. So that's nice. Same fingering there. And I gotta work on not, like, my thumb is like, I want to be free. And I need to keep it, it doesn't need to be like touching the neck, but it should be somewhere in the vicinity. And it's not right now. We'll keep going here. So what's happening here? So I'm getting here, and then I'm sliding back a very small shift. This is getting a lot better. So this is a section actually where my thumb was like out in outer space or something. I don't know. And I'm able to keep it in position a little bit better here. And I really like how this sounds. I like dissonance. I like the deftones. That's suspicious intonation. So my teacher showed me an exercise to do with these double stops where they're in fifths. So they're basically straight across the string. So if you were playing guitar, you'd be doing a bar, like a bar chord. Let's see. Emmett says, I love the Deftones. White Pony was my entry into Deftones and also the B-sides. Yeah. I remember watching the music video. So there used to be a thing called MTV that used to play music videos, like we get on YouTube these days. And they played, it was the summer of 1997, I think was when that came out. And they had the video for My Own Summer just on heavy rotation. And if you've seen that video, Chino Moreno, who's the whole band is like they're on like a glacier, like they're like on a floating iceberg or something. It's pretty cool. I think they're sharks. I don't know. Let's see. What were we doing? We were doing this. So here, right, the fifths. He has me doing with all of my fingers, going flat, and then tuning to the right tones, and then going sharp, and then coming back. Cathedora, thank you for the resub, and thank you for your help. Everybody, make sure you're following Cathedora. I know Cathedora hangs out at Carrie Ann's as well. So those of you that came in with Carrie Ann's raid should know Cathedora, but Cathedora does a lot of cozy sort of games, a lot of Minecraft. They're in this like, was it Bedrock Minecraft server? So go give them a follow. They're a photographer. They also sometimes do crafting. It's a good time. It's a good time. Have a good sleep, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. There it is. So let's see here. Nice. It's crazy, like just that little exercise, and now it's in tune. So on this section, I like how this section sounds too. I like this arpeggio, but it also we just changed the fingering. My teacher gave me a different fingering, so I'm still getting that down. Emmett says, how much is cello different from a fretted bass to you? Well, I'm not a bass player. Like you can see my bass behind me, but I'm more of a guitarist, and I have a bass because it's the same for the lower 4 strings. So I can't comment too intelligently on that, but I feel like they're pretty different. But I guess something that I like with vibrato. You have to bring your fingers for a slow vibrato, right? Like slow playing is different than fast playing. You need to bring your fingers together, and I think you do that a lot on bass as well, if you're playing properly. I was speaking when I just got my bass back from the guitar shop, and the person that was helping me at the shop is a professional bassist, and they were giving me some tips. Let's see here. Right, we're working on this fingering. This is extended. That's new fingering too. This part is new. That's new. See, this is up bow. Let's do that section again. I like this. I like arpeggios. See, Emmett says, I play both guitar and bass. There is some carryover, yep, but the tone and register is different, so I have to keep in mind that doing high notes. Also, keep it simple when supporting guitar. Yeah. You hate well, I mean, I like how Lau says, I hate arpeggios. My fingers are never happy with them. I like how arpeggios sound. I should clarify. I like they're pleasing to my ears. They can be very challenging for the fingers, however. See, that's pleasing to my ears. Lau says definitely an important distinction. Yeah, and this one, so this arpeggio too, it's got where is that? It's got a nasty little thing. It's got a nasty little thing somewhere. Right there. That's the nasty little thing. Because I have to get my first finger on two strings. So I want to work on the intonation on this ending part here. Thanks, Carrie Ann. Yeah, so like I asked my teacher to start working on like double stops and chords because I am enjoying playing classical music and I want to continue going down that route, but there's also other genres that I want to play, and I feel like double stops and chords are really foundational to other genres of music. Like if I'm going to play rock music, for example, the double stops are definitely going to come in handy. Like I watch, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Unwoman, but here, let me put her website in the chat. She is an electric cellist. Well, she's got a classical background, but she's also got an electronic music background. And so she plays, this is my electric cello behind me. She's got the same cello that I have, except she's got a 5-string electric. So she plays standing up, and she loops. So a lot of her music she has a lot of, she's building a lot of chords and like broken chords and stuff into her loops. When she's playing stuff. She's amazing. You should all check her out. Apocalyptica is a very good example too. Yep. Barred fifth, double stops for power chords make up so much of what I do if I'm jamming harder rock or metal. Yep. So. Let's see, wait. I mean, like, I play a lot of stuff in drop D on guitar too. I mean, you can see how you could rock out with that. But anyway, let's get back to this part. The intonation on this has been a little, it's getting better, but it's still not to where I want it to be. So here. To manage my bow better there. I have to get out farther in order to do that last note. So that's a 3. Another fingering change that we made recently. Lau said barred fifth. Okay. Oh yeah, I said that already. Makes me think of the Queen of the Damned soundtrack when it comes to low cello. I haven't heard the whole soundtrack, but I am familiar with it. I used to play, back when I was doing college radio, I used to play some stuff from that soundtrack on my show. I'm a big Godhead fan, and they have a track on there. Actually, so Jason Charles Miller, he goes by his middle name for disambiguation purposes, not that other guy. But he's on Twitch. Jason Charles Miller is his handle. Let's shout him out. He's like one of my favorite singers. Let's see, there's an American cellist I follow called Yeems, who mostly does soft indie stuff and pretty much plays her cello as a guitar in most of her songs, or at least the acoustic performances that she posts on Instagram. Oh, that's cool. I've been kind of, let's see if I have. Yeah, I've been kind of, I started working on the Helen Mountfort's The Naked Cello. It's in a bunch of different tunings, so that gets to be annoying. But the pieces that I started working on are in GG tuning, and they're like, you play, like normal cello, but they're very guitar-like. And there's one called Bedrock that is all pizzicato that really sounds to me like I picture like sunset on the horizon in like a western or something, with like it's I don't know, it's pretty cool. So I posted a link. So there's a version you can listen to it on, you can listen to it on Bandcamp, but you can also, and you can buy it there, the recording, and then there's a version with the sheet music, and there's a version without the sheet music, which is pretty cool. I was ecstatic to be able to buy sheet music on Bandcamp because I'm a big Bandcamp fangirl. See, Emmett says the cello has a vocal quality that's similar to my voice. I often use my voice like a cello for low notes. Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. Ah. So I want to do just that little part. So up bow, down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow. These all start down bow, up bow, down bow. So we'll start here. So hard. I mean, it's supposed to be faster, so when it's faster, it would be less hard. But I can't play it that much faster. And I don't want to play it faster because then I'll play it wrong, and then my brain will remember all the wrong things, and that'll be bad. Okay, let's play the whole thing. Let's fix this too. Well, since I stopped. I am tired now after that. So that is this etude. It's a Dotzauer etude. All right, let's. Oh wait, oops, I didn't want it. Hang on. Let's do. Did I not put that in the thing? That's probably what I did wrong. Okay, let's work on some real music. So now I got to switch back to digital. I've been working on this piece by Gabriel Faure called Elegie. And it's a very, very, very famous piece. And it's like kind of a milestone piece in like a you know, as you're learning cello, right? So let's go to, let me switch this over. There we go. No, that's not right. That's right. So it's a slow, sad piece. And it's a dirge, so it's, you know, a funeral piece. It is really, really beautiful. And the reason why we picked this one for me to work on right now is because it's very much a long, slow vibrato piece. And that is, my vibrato has been very tight, and so this is supposed to help loosen that up. So the way that I've been practicing this, I'm not just going to play it, is to loosen up the vibrato. I've been doing it like this, where the notes are basically just there to give me something to do. So I've been going back into like back into sort of into back position, and then vibrating. Carla. See, Lau says that Elegie definitely helped me develop better vibrato control. I use different speed and depth of vibrato in the different themes in this piece, as well as continuous vibrato in general. Yeah, and that's exactly what I need to work on. So, and so my teacher, the way that he described this piece last week at my lesson, or this week at my lesson, was this piece is very French. So there's like a lot of nuance and a lot of like, that you can be doing with this piece in particular, especially like in the B part, in the middle section. But there's a lot of like shaping of notes and all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot that you can do with this piece basically. So let's do that phrase for real. And I'm going to play it loud because it's forte, and I'm going to try and make sure that my down bows and my up bows are like, you shouldn't be able to tell the difference between my down bows and my up bows based on just listening. That is not how I play right now, but that's what I'm working towards. What's that? That's not forte. I need to be playing closer to the bridge too. Oh, and you know what else? I probably could use some rosin because I haven't done that today. Let's do that again. So now the next phrase, and thanks for that follow, Naxo. So here, it's the same melody, but we're on a different string. And it's quiet. Let's do the vibrato warm up. See, Carrie Ann says, been really enjoying hearing the cello and very interesting hearing about the practice technique. Lovely to hear some Faure too. Who could not love Faure? I gotta go because it's getting on for 3 a.m. But good luck with the rest of the practice and stream. Thank you very much, Carrie Ann, for the raid. If you're not I mean, I know most of you came in with Carrie Ann, but if you didn't come in with Carrie Ann and you don't know Carrie Ann, you should definitely give her a follow because she's amazing. She plays harp and piano and I think guitar and has a lovely singing voice. So go get on that and go give a follow. Have a great night, Carrie Ann. So here. Let me just check that. That's a D flat. Wait a minute. No, it's a D. lot of tunes, so I was hitting. So there's a thing called the wolf tone that bowed string instruments have. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. It's really gross. And it's just it's a physics thing. So that's what these are down here. Kind of see. These are my wolf tone eliminators, and you like move them around on your string so that it moves the wolf to a place where you're not going to hit it. Lao says it's a wallowing, full-on ugly cry followed by quite sobbing. At least that's how I interpret the the forte piano repetition of the first theme. Yeah. What's up, DJ MC? Good to see you. Everybody go follow DJ MC as well. It's a DJ out of Chicago. And I see them everywhere. Basically everywhere in chat. A wonderful chatter. Okay. So here. Screen that's kind of annoying. I bumped my monitor buttons. Let's play it for real. Okay, so for this next section, it starts, I want to work on the technique here. So it starts piano, so that was pianissimo, so that was 2 Ps, this is 1 P, so slightly, this is just plain old quiet. The other phrase was very quiet. We've got a harmonic here. And then the next note is accented, but the way that you play the accent, at least the way that my teacher wants me to play the accent, there are multiple ways to do this, but he wants me to start my bow fast and then immediately slow down. And that note is the same thing. This, the B. And it's an up bow, so it's different. And I need to do this to turn off my notifications because I forgot to do that before I went live. And things are notifying me, and it's very distracting. Very distracting. Okay. so let's do that again. And that G, that high G, is a crescendo. And that's tough for me because we're starting at the frog, and then at the tip, I gotta think real hard to make sure that note, even if it wasn't a crescendo, I'd have to think really hard to make sure that note didn't poop out. But I have to think about it harder to make sure that it crescendos. Wait, are you down bow or up bow? You're up bow. Same thing here, same idea. That second note needs to be fast bow, and then immediately slow. Let's do that whole phrase. Back to the main melody, except pianissimo, pianissimo. There's 3 P's. So let's do the whole thing up to that point, because in this next section, we're a little interlude-y section here. Let's see. Lau says, I really try to focus on making the first note of the piece a big ol' wallow. Bonus, it reminds me to play forte. Yep. That's smart. And then I love how much the contrast in this piece let you play with fingerings on different strings and bowings. And bowing work to change the timbre. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff in this piece. Like, I mean, it sounds cool, and it's a beautiful piece, but also like there's a lot of technical, little nuanced technical stuff to work on. So it's a fun piece. I'm having a good time with it so far. before we move on to the next section, I need to fix this. Let me do this, the last part again. Okay, so this next part, I'm going to practice pizzicato because my teacher suggested it. So this next part is the harmony. So if you're playing it like with a piano accompanist, the accompanist will take the lead here. But this is where I really need to work on that nice loose vibrato. So I've been missing that note. It's a D flat. That was correct, but I wanted to check. Yep. Oops. So let's do that again. And actually, I want to work on this part right here. Let's do the whole thing again. A little high. So let's do that shift. Let me get a D flat here. Turn that off. Let's play with a bow. And this is also pianissimo, so 2 Ps. do it again. That was pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. There's more things that I could be doing. There's more shaping and there's more, I don't know. There's more nuanced things that I could be doing there. But it's getting better. Ah. Okay, so now let me do a thing. I just learned how to make it so that I can see. So this is the page turn right here. Like there's one measure of this this new phrase it's on the bottom of the first page and then the second page, and so I figured out how to make it so I could see the bottom of the first page and the top of the second page all in like at once. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. So this is the part that my teacher said was very, very French. So it goes like this. That's kind of the first part. And my teacher actually said it's almost jazzy, which is interesting. Lao says, this was the part where I learned about the French vibrato. So tell me about the French vibrato. That should end like a bookend. So it should end quieter. But yeah. There's more I can do there with dynamics and things, but I'm still like, I'm finally getting the fingering down and the notes down and the melody down, so that's good. And then there was, where did my teacher say there was a misprint? Maybe Lau, you might catch it. Did I don't think I put a link to this. No, I didn't make a command for this, but I got this just from IMSLP. So it's a public domain copy. And we said my teacher was like, oh, there's a misprint there. And then, oh, there it is. There it is. I marked in it. It's an A flat and not an A. See. So about the French vibrato, fundamentally just that it's fast and shallow, very contrastive to how you'd vibrate Brahms or even the A theme of this piece. Of course, a fast and shallow vibrato in turn affects a lot of how you interpret and phrase the passage. Yeah, I mean, that's my natural, my inclination is to do that. Like, I'm a violinist too, and it makes me want to do everything fast. and that's not right. Everything shouldn't be fast. Fast things should be fast, and things that aren't fast should not be fast. Okay, so here. I have the Verlag edition in front of me if you want to double check anything in yours. No, I think I figured it out. I did write it down. This is, what is this? This is, it doesn't, I don't have a reference. Easily. But yeah, it's just that, what measure are we in? 31, the end of measure 32, the second to last note of measure 32. It looks like an A, but I think my teacher said that's the A flat. Like, there's no flat marker there, so I've been playing it like an A, but if it's, because that's what it says. But he says that should be an A flat. So, yeah, if you wouldn't mind double checking, that'd be fantastic. Because it starts out with an A. I don't know if that's right. So that's, I've been playing that as an A, and I think it's an A flat. Yeah, that's right. So this is where things get goofy, and I'm not going to play the slurs. C. That is a C. So that is C. Yeah, A flat is how I play it. It doesn't have an accidental, but it's on a different octave than the A natural. I think it's one of those things where different publishers, regions, or periods notate it differently. Sometimes accidentals on an A affect all A's in all octaves in that measure, and sometimes they affect only the A in the specific octave. Yeah. If I were a publisher, my preference, I think, would be I would probably lean heavily towards the courtesy markers, the courtesy accidentals or whatever, courtesy marks, to just so it was clear, so that it was unambiguous what you should do there. But thank you for looking. Yeah, so I did write it down correctly. Everything goes so fast at a lesson, and like it's a bit slower to mark up the digital sheet music than it is the paper. So that's something that I have to get used to. That's the shift. Lau says, yeah, for a modern edition, I do the same. It's more complicated when you're doing, what is that? Urtext? When you're trying to preserve the original intent as notated and uninterpreted. Yeah. Okay. I get that. IMSLP mostly have editions from the early 20th century, though, since those are out of copyright, which complicates notation sometimes. Yeah, so this edition that I have, it's a modern version. Like somebody just like wrote some random person on the internet just wrote it out and published it on IMSLP, I think is how this goes. So it's like a clean modern version, I guess. But yeah, that's why like IMSLP, like there's all this, it's a huge library of free sheet music, but it's free because it's all public domain. It's all stuff that's reverted to copyright. Copyright is reverted to the public domain, so it is free. It is legal for this stuff to be published online and free. And it's just an amazing resource. Like when I was learning violin when I was much younger, we didn't have this. Like, heck, the online guitar archive, Olga, was just in its infancy. Olga was kind of the precursor to Ultimate Guitar. Like, I don't know if it's Olga was like an academic thing where people would just tab out songs, and the legality on that is, it's iffy. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Copyright's a mess, basically. Okay, so we were doing here. So this section here. That's too high. That's a D. So we're going from A to B flat to D flat. Job of hitting that G like a champ. Lau says copyright is such a goddamn mess. Yes, and it's getting messier with AI. And I don't want to talk about AI, but it's making copyright messier. I will say that. Got to be real precise there because everybody's going to know if you're out of tune on that. Was that a 2? Was that just 1 octave? Yeah, just 1 octave, but it's going to be obvious if that's out of tune. Let me get a C going. So this should sound terrible. Same bow stroke there. Okay, so I'm hitting that G like a champ all night tonight. That's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. Please clap. So here. A flat was good. Same thing here. We got an octave. Oh, except that's a 4. It's a lot easier to hit with a 1. It's just a bigger distance with a 4. Well, my teacher told me to do a 4, I think, or maybe I told me to do a 4 because then you're right there for this. Oh wait, no, you're not. I don't know if this was me or not. Because then we've got, oh wait, yeah, that is a C. So then you're right in position for. Ugh. Anyway, let's practice that shift. We'll see. Let me actually here. One nice thing about digital sheet music is I can like highlight stuff and then I can ask my teacher. It's easier for me to remember to ask my teacher stuff. Except, oops, things get weird. I want to, there we go. You do a 1 and then do the triplets on the D string. The 4 makes sense if you're doing CDC on the A string. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. And then yeah, so these are fingerings from my teacher. So he has me going to the G string on the F in first position. Oh wait, not in first position. He has me going to the G string on the F. Yes. But I'm going to, where is my thing? Okay, it's been highlighted. In theory, I will remember to ask him about that. So, oops, that's a 3. Ah, that's a highlighter. That's not a pen. So what are we doing here? And then you're an F. Let's hear an F. Let's hear an F. And then our U. And that's an F sharp, so that F is not helpful. There it is. Ugh. I think this is probably a good place to stop, actually. Because this is where we switch back from tenor clef to bass clef, and I'm getting a little tired on this one, so I don't want to totally burn out. Let's switch over to some video game music. Shall we? Let's do that. Okay, so I've been practicing a bunch of stuff because I'm going to VGM Con. The fast runs are worth a practice session on their own at first, yeah. yeah, I'm not gonna start hacking away at the fast section. I did do a little hacking away at the fast section. I am not gonna do that on camera until I've had a little time off camera to get that down. That's what we're gonna do there. Okay, so I've got a few pieces marked out. So I'm using VGLeadsheets.com because that's what they use at VGM Con. So there's like a lot of, oops, I need to turn this setting off. Okay. There's a lot of like jam sessions. There's like an official jam space at the con, and there's also just people just like randomly finding space somewhere in the hotel playing music. So and everybody tends to use VGLeadsheets.com because this PDF that I downloaded is 2,000 pages. So there's a lot of stuff there. It says all our sheets. Yeah, so Lau is reading from a note from VGLeadsheets.com. All of our sheets go through a comprehensive peer review process prior to publication. We review them regularly to ensure our lead sheets are of the highest quality. Yeah, so Jer Roque is I think the editor-in-chief of VG Lead Sheets. And you should follow Jer. I got to meet him at VGM Con last year, and he's fantastic. But he's a pianist, so there's a group of people that are very into video game music that will listen to everything by ear, and then they transcribe it, and then make that available. So that's what I'm playing off of. So let's do, and I've been picking stuff that is, because I'm working on vibrato, I've been picking stuff that's like kind of slower and some of the hits, because I want to, the whole, I can't learn 2,000 pages of music, but I should get myself familiar with some things. And if I'm probably going to bring, I don't know which instruments I'm going to bring with me, but it's local to me. So I can bring a lot of crap with me if I want, because I don't have to, I only have to drive it about, 25 minutes. From here, so it's not like I have to like get on a plane or something. But I'm gonna bring my I don't know if I'm gonna bring this cello or my electric cello. I'll probably bring a guitar, and then I'm probably bring one of my violins. I have an electric violin and an acoustic violin, and I've got this adorable little amp that my parents got me for Christmas. Where is it? Isn't this just the cutest thing? Thank you for the follow, Godzilla the dinosaur. Isn't this the cutest thing? It's a little baby Marshall amp, and it actually works. It's small enough that I can attach to like my waistband. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the micro amp is back. I think it's cute, so I want to show it off. I haven't actually played with it yet, but I borrowed one from a friend several years ago, and I played guitar through it, and it'll be fine. Like I'm not real worried about how good it sounds. I know it'll work. It'll be fine. It doesn't have to sound, I'm not like a soloist playing, whatever. So I just need to amplify myself in a group. So let's start with Tifa. But anyway, what I was saying was that if I'm cello, I found cello to be kind of interesting because it's a much more shifty instrument than violin, because you've got less, I think it's like, what is it, 1.5. So on a violin, I can do this. I can do that without moving my hand. So I have less reach with the cello, so I have to shift more, and so that means I can do a bit more faking it with violin, like with sight reading and stuff, because I don't I can stay in first position a bit easier. So like I don't have to try and figure out, like there's a little bit more fingering gymnastics that you have to do on cello than on violin for like the same, to play the same like melody, for example. So I wanted to have some stuff written out. So if we're going to play Tifa, for example, I'd be like, all right, I can do the melody on that one. But then I've also, these are lead sheets, so I've also got the chords. So like if I wanted to just do. You know, I could play along in a group and just add a little atmosphere, if you will, with the root notes of the chords. Lau says, major fourth span on a violin versus a minor third on the cello. Thank you. First to fourth finger without extension. It's a huge difference. Yes, I am finding this out. I am definitely finding this out. And it was very apparent, like I knew that, but when I actually went to VGM Con and like tried to play stuff, it was like, oh no, and my brain melted. And it was in a puddle on the floor, and I was like, oh no, what do I do? But it was, to be fair, it was like that with violin too, because I brought my violin the first 2 days, and then the third day, because I didn't stay on site, I stayed at home, so I slept in my bed at night, and so I decided, well, for the last day, we'll bring a cello. I tend to overestimate my reach in low positions on bass guitar when I pick it up. Doing a minor third span on bass guitar is super tiring for my small hands. Yeah, I could see that. Anyway, let's play Tifa. Okay, and we're back to bass clef. I was in tenor clef before. And that's an A. Oh, that's a G. No, sorry. No, that would be a G if we were in tenor clef. We're in bass clef. We're here. I do here? Oh, okay. So I have an alternate fingering there. I could do an open D, or I could do go down to the C string. Thanks for following, Argyle. Nice to see you. So here, what's up? Where did we go? We're here. I think probably I like the C string better, but it's a little bit more risky. Have you tried playing electric cello? Yes. That's what this is. That's what this is. I have an electric violin as well. This is an NS Design NXTA electric cello, and I also have a electric NS Design NXTA violin. It's fun. It is fun. I like playing the acoustic cello better though. And I got this here. This is a HX Stomp XL effects multi effects pedal. So I play everything, my guitar and my bass through this, as well as the cello and the violin. See, I met a guitarist that played guitars in the 60s only with tube amps only. There are definitely people that are into that, and like the 60s sound, like, respect. That's expensive, but you know, it's expensive. Why would I do a 3 there? Oh, that's because I was in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's not too bad, and that's much nicer than that open D. See, Argyle says, I play guitars, keys, and drums. I want to take up bass guitar this year, or next year. I'm only a beginner. Well, I mean, if you play guitar, you already know the notes on the bass. So I'm not saying that there's not like bass specific technique, because there is. And I am not a bass player, so, you know, I'm a guitarist. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to pick up the bass pretty quickly. It's just remember that it's not as it's different than guitar. Let's see here. So here. So one of the troubles with playing off of a lead sheet is I have to put in all the slurs myself. There's no slurs in here. The big thing is that the role of the bass guitar in an ensemble is different from the guitarist's usual roles. Yes, that is absolutely true. Same with cello and violin, right? Like cello will take the melody sometimes, whereas a bass guitar usually won't. But that was the thing that I noticed from playing at VGM Con, was I felt more pressure to play a lot more notes and to play melodies with the violin, and that was why I switched on Sunday to bring my cello, because I was like, okay, I can just I just play the root notes of these chords, and that's fine, and that'll be good, and like there's less pressure, and because I played with Rob Kovacs, who is a professional pianist and a big name in the VGM community. Wonderful, wonderful person. He was so he was very I told him where my experience level was, and he was like whispering when we were playing together. He was whispering notes to me sometimes, which was helpful. Not in a very just like, oh, okay, this is where you are, and so I'm going to help you. And John, I played with John Lee Music, who's also a professional dueling pianist, and Sarah Mahoney Music, and Lion Might, and well, actually, I didn't play with Lion Might. He played my violin, but I was way in over my head with like people that are professional musicians, and like trying to keep up with them, and that took a lot of brain power. What's up, DCS Deep? No pressure, huh? Got no scars on your face. See, Argyle says, I'm getting a MIDI FX pedal and bias effects to effect software for my guitars. Nice. So here, so are you plugged in? Let me unplug this. to be careful not to like drop this on my cello. But this is what I got. It's a line 6 pedal. And then there's a violinist named Matt Bell who he does a lot. He's you know, like people know who he is because he's he does a lot of the videos for the Electric Violin Shop. He's an amazing electric violinist. He's also a very good acoustic violinist too, but he's known for his electric violin playing. He plays a 5-string Viper. But he wrote some he made some patches specifically for electric violin, and then you can like, I think it was like $30, and he'll send you the patches, and then you can load them into your Helix or your other line 6 pedals in that line. Let's see. Lau says there's a Baroque jam series organized by one of the local Baroque ensembles here. I've been meaning to go for a while, but the timing never works out for me. That's cool, though. I mean, it's cool that you have that opportunity. Hopefully the timing will work out one of these days. Argyle says, I aim to get a decent webcam, too. Cool. It's easier and cheaper doing effects in software. Yeah. For me, I need physical things. And like here, I don't have my desk is over there. Like I have a space issue here. So like, I just didn't want to go through software. I have Ableton Suite, so I could, but I don't. I want like physical things. I got a looper pedal sitting here too. But this is stuff that I've accumulated over a long period of time, and I got a good deal on the HX Stomp because I bought it used. It was like new, basically. Lau says, I'm expecting the first time I go there, I'll be way in over my head. Yeah, probably. And then like as you get familiar with the group and all that, you'll fit right in there. My figured bass reading and basso continuo improvisation is not very strong, but this kind of thing would be really a nice opportunity and motivation to learn. Yeah, for sure. Like that's like, I'm not like super into video game music. I enjoy it, and I mod for a couple of streamers that play video game music, and you know, I'm on Twitch, so you know, I hear it and stuff, and I grew up with the original NES and all the Nintendo systems, but like I'm not like super hardcore into it like a lot of people, but it's an opportunity for me to play with other people, and it's just like, well, you know, it's some repertoire, and I can conveniently play with other people, so we're gonna do that. Argyle says, I aim to get a MIDI effects pedal and do my effect in software. Is that how you do your effects, or do you have a hardware multi-effects pedal? This is a hardware multi-effects pedal. So I don't do anything in software. I mean, I do programming and stuff in software right now. I'm just learning how to produce, but I don't do anything with my physical instruments in software at this time. Okay. Back to Tifa. Where are the slurs? I guess we don't need slurs there. Let's just do the whole thing. Let's do the whole thing. I was like, did I go up a step without realizing it? No, let's start over. I lost my spot. Okay, so I think I want to work on this part here. I want to go back a little bit farther, actually. Let's go here. Let's just start at the B part. That's a 1. Ah. Yeah, I'm making it harder than it actually is. That's the problem. Okay. I think this one's pretty good. If I was going to play this, if I was going to play like a harmony or something, if I was not going to play the melody, what would I do? Something like that. I probably figure that out. This one I know pretty well because like I know like Joe plays Tifa a lot. Joe plays violin, who I mod for. So I hear Tifa all the time. I'm finally, now that I'm actually playing these, I'm finally figuring out which Final Fantasy songs go with which title. Like I know the melodies, but I have just such a hard time remembering which one is which. It's silly is what it is. Okay, so let's do... What didn't I do last time? Did I do On Our Way? I don't know. Let's do that one. This one doesn't have any slurs, and I need to write slurs in. I think I like that. So here, that's not great. I bet there's a better way to play that. So here. Ugh. Ugh. The open A is just so icky. Good old string, chain, squeaks, and squawks. Yeah, at least it's not a clarinet. Yep. Yep. I think I want to try and stay on the D string more. Yeah, that's a 4. Ah! We will stay on the D string there. So here, then we go. I did write stuff in here. I don't know how I feel about it. Don't know how I feel about this. I kind of like that. See, I have that as a 1. I don't know if I like that. And what did I write there? I have no idea what I meant by whatever sort of doodle is on that note. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That could just be in first position. If I was playing this at Carnegie Hall, I probably wouldn't do that, but it doesn't need to be fancy. What's up, DJ Night Viper? Try it at second and lose the fingers. Try it at second and lose the fingers. Second position. Lau said, I've just discovered that the main theme of Age of Empires 2 is apparently official titled Quest for Butter. Oh, quest for butter. That's kind of... I wonder if there's a character... Is there a character named Butter? Or are they actually on a quest? Like, do they need, like, butter as an ingredient as part of this quest? I have never played that game, so I am not sure. I am not sure what's going on there. Let's try this again. So if there is maybe a better way to get... So maybe actually this should be... No, that's not gonna work. I was thinking I could just like get in position to go back to the repeat, but that it's gonna require a shift no matter what. So maybe I'll just do it in first position, like I thought. Yeah, that'll work. So let's just do the whole thing. Lau says the game's campaigns are mostly based on real historical events, so I'm not aware of any quests for butter in pre-modern history, but maybe. I mean, maybe. I mean, they had butter. Butter was a thing back in the day. I need to write something there. I think that should be a 3. Welcome in, Poopa. Do you think they have butter at Chocobo Ranch? That is a good question. That is a good question. I mean, it would seem like a ranch would have butter. If they have cows, they should... I would think they would have butter. So here, if we do... Let me go back a little bit so I can find my place. Bother doing that. So here it would be... this one spot here, I'm not feeling comfortable with a fingering that I like here. So Alpha says, I remember when I could sit for 3 hours like that without excruciating pain. Oh, Alpha. Can't even watch long movies in theaters anymore. I'm sorry. I do not wish chronic pain and injury on anyone, even people I don't like. I gotta write in that extension. Just play that in first position. Not a 1 anymore. I don't know what that is. Oh, I just realized what that mark was. I wrote in a double stop because this is a double stop. But that's a hard. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was in tune. I suppose I could add that A or add that C in if I wanted to. Okay, let's do the whole thing. Let's see if it's let's see if I like this better now. Actually, let's start here. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, what else do I have bookmarked here? Alpha, by the way, is Rachel on yet? Out of curiosity, if you know. Because we might wanna head that way when we're done here. Oh my goodness. 5 sharps. Ugh. 6 sharps. No. Ew. Never mind on that one. Let's see. Fisherman's Horizon. Okay, this one I know from Final Fantasy VIII. I think I have to figure out, I have to remind I know this one. I just need to remind myself what the melody is. We're in we got 3 flats. Better 6 sharps than 6 flats. I don't know. Honestly, when you get that many sharps or flats, it's like, whatever. Well, because 6 flats would be 7 sharps. So I guess it's better. But it's kind of like when there's that many sharps or flats, it's like, meh. Probably going to be some wrong notes in there. There's probably going to be some wrong notes. Okay, so what is it? Fisherman's Horizon. We got, and that's okay, the flats that we have, we got a B flat, we got an E flat, and we got is that a D flat? A flat. We got B flat, we got E flat, and we got A flat. So here. Let me do this in first position. Ringing a bell. This is not ringing a bell, but I know this, so I'm just playing it badly enough that I can't recognize it. Let me go into, this is probably the main part here. That was okay. That was a good idea. So that's a 2. Second ending is so then this next part is probably here. Is that? this now. So this would be... A flat, A flat. So... Oh my goodness, so many ledger lines. Oh, you're a G. So, how does that actually go? Okay, so this whole part here. So the intro I need to figure out still, but starting at like the first melody, the main melody. What's a 2? That should be a 4. Play that in half position. Then a 4. Okay, so what's the intro? So the intro, I think, is just, it's not an octave, but it's, ugh. I'm not going to play an open A there. Let's see here. This is kind of tricky here. The notes aren't tricky, it's just where to play them so it sounds nice is what's tricky. I think maybe this makes sense on the D string. How this is supposed to sound. I might have to go back and listen to it. Let me just look and see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's take a look here. I think I'm going to call it for the night, probably. And it looks like Rachel is live. So let's go. We're going to go hang out with Rachel Grace. That's what we're going to do. She's playing the game, but Rachel is an amazing, amazing, amazing violinist. And I'm one of her mods. And I don't often get to raid the people that I mod for. So we're going to do that. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And especially if you came in with Carrie Ann's raid and you're still here, thank you very much for hanging out and staying. And if you're not following Carrie Ann Music, make sure you do that. And yeah, we're going to do that. Copy the raid call. Oh no, I didn't fix that. I didn't fix it. Hang on, I'll fix it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. It's this. Hang on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. I'm fixing the raid call. There's not an S. I think it's just that. Why is typing so hard? Okay. If you're a subscriber, I fixed the subscriber raid call. All right. Let's go raid Rachel. She's playing a game. She was playing Silent Hill, or she was going to play Silent Hill. So let's go do that. Everybody, thank you again. And